Hey Trailblazers, Patrick Stokes here. Now, by now you've heard all about Salesforce Genie and the real-time CRM, but I bet you've still got some questions. Maybe you're wondering how it works, or maybe you're wondering if it's related to the customer data platform, the CDP. Well, let me explain. In the simplest terms possible, Salesforce Genie is the integration of the Salesforce customer data platform into the Salesforce platform. Now, that might sound strange. Maybe you know of the CDP as a product for marketers, and it is. But under the covers of the CDP is something awesome, something that all of Salesforce can benefit from. But before we get into the CDP, give me just a moment to explain the platform. You see, the platform is a lot like Lego, but instead of bricks that all connect to each other in the same way, the platform has a bunch of technology services that all connect to each other in the same way. When we put this all together, our internal teams can build clouds like sales, service, our customers can build applications, and ISVs can build packages. But there's one technology service that's kind of like the little nubs on top of Lego, and that is metadata. Think about Sales and Service Cloud. They feel really integrated, right? We can use accounts from Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, and we can use cases from Service Cloud and Sales Cloud. It's entirely interchangeable. This is because the very definition of what an account and a case is, the data model itself, is stored in the metadata. And every layer of the platform knows how to understand that metadata, just like every brick in a Lego set understands how to connect to those little nubs on the top of another brick. Okay, so what about the CDP? Well, think for a moment about how Salesforce stores data. Under the covers, we've historically used a database optimized for transactional data. Transactional just means it's a system that does a good job of keeping track of changes in data, changes like an opportunity changing. But there's a whole other type of data out there. We can call it engagement data. Things like visits to a web page, interactions with a device, environmental or economic data. This data is largely immutable, it just means it's a record of a thing that happened and it probably won't change. And there is lots of this type of data, and it's critical for designing customer experiences. So with the CDP, we went out and designed a new way to capture all of that type of data in real time. And with Genie, we integrated this new way of storing data right into the Salesforce platform to complement the transactional data. Think of it like a data lake with a ton of new capability. Now let's talk about what some of that capability is. Number one, we can get a ton of data into this thing, and we can do it really, really fast. We're talking billions and billions and billions of records, and even easier, it's super easy to do. Two, we've built a way to harmonize all of this data. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying you can define a data model for all of the data coming in, and you can even relate it to other data models that already exist within your transactional database. In other words, you're creating metadata, and that'll help everything in the platform understand it. Number three, we can do ID resolution on all of this data to give you a single ID for all of your customers across this new ocean of data. And number four, this one's my favorite because we've integrated this right into the platform and it speaks metadata. And that means everything in this new data set just shows up as a Salesforce object. So now Salesforce has this new real-time data architecture and everything surfaces as a Salesforce object, which means we can apply the full power of the Salesforce platform and Customer 360 applications to make real-time CRM a reality. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say you're a health company. Your job is to keep your customers alive. Now we can collect clinical health data like blood pressure measurements in real time and merge it with environmental data and calculate a real-time individualized health score for millions of customers. And if that health score crosses a particular threshold, we can fire an automation in real time to take the appropriate measure with that particular customer. And that's it. That's the magic of Genie powering Salesforce's real-time CRM.